I am not trying to make it in this business. I want to crush it in this business. My dad was delusionally positive.
Yeah.
He was delusionally optimistic without having a clue of what you were doing.
Yeah.
He would, every day, he would call me like once every 2 weeks, be like, Baba, this year is your year.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Baba, you said that last year. I'm making no money. I'm literally struggling. No. This year, shut up. This year is your year. No, Bob, it's not. Okay, don't call me again then. He's like, because if you don't believe that this is your year, it's not going to be your year. And I was like, oh, fuck, I think you're right. You're right, Bob. This year is my year. And he passed away before I was able to show him what I was doing. To say that like we're working with a Palestinian that is transcending culture would have been the most proudest thing. Because my dad was the dad would always say, no, don't say you're from Nazareth, say you're Palestinian. Don't have to shy away from that. And when I grew up in Toronto around Armenians, they taught me this crazy lesson. I remember one time, they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Nazareth. And then one of them said, Nazareth, but where are you from, bro? Like, what are you talking about? And then he grabbed me by my shirt, he threw him against the wall. He goes, you're Palestinian, bro. You say you're Palestinian. Okay, you're from Nazareth, but you're Palestinian. Don't be scared of that.
That's what's up.
I love that. And I was like, okay, I am who I fucking am. I'm like, I am not gonna back off from who I am because who I am is what makes me. And my father really installed that confidence. Like, okay, it's not this year, it's not next year, but it's eventual. It's inevitable. It's happening. And I just locked in on that. And my brother was already like that. I mean, absolute delusionally confident. My brother is like, bro, there is nothing I'm not gonna accomplish. I remember one time I called him and I said, bro, I'm so sorry. Like 80 of your songs leaked online, pre-written songs, recorded. This is when he was killing it with Bieber and everyone. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'll write 80 more. And I was like, what do you mean, bro? 80 of your songs? He's like, I don't care. I will beat every 80 song.
Wow.
And he did it. Yeah. Not one of those songs came close to anything he wrote past that.
Wow.
And I knew from that day, I was like, it's about being tenacious. It's about accepting the challenge that you have to make things better. And that's what I think separates most managers in this business, most artists in this business. Who in this room thinks they can make something better? And whoever does will succeed. Whoever doesn't will get by. And I've told this to her, and I've told this to everyone I've met with lately. I have no interest in getting by. Either we're absolutely going to the fucking moon or nothing. I am not trying to make it in this business. I want to crush it in this business. I want to change lives. I want to break superstars. I have no interest in making a living.
That's what's up.
Because it means nothing.
I'm hella motivated, man.
I want people to fucking be impacted when they see my client. I want to go, your client changed lives. And I've been fortunate. I've worked with incredible artists who have changed people's lives.
Yeah.
And I've been a part of Grammys and Grammy nominations, but I feel like I'm just getting started. I say this all the time jokingly. I'm 42. I can't wait for 52. I can't wait for 62. I can't wait for 72. And 72, I'll be that guy that walks in the office that I own, and I go, back in my day, and when I leave, everyone makes fun of me, but I still own the company. And that's what I'm fucking looking forward towards. And I just want to figure out how to change artists' lives that I love and care about, and then impact people who I've never met before in my life. So if I go to Guatemala or Colombia or anyone, they go, what do you do? 3-4 sentences in, they're like, oh, love that song. Love that artist.
Yeah.
That's why we're in this business. Nothing else. It can't be about money because we're dumb if it's about money. There's plenty of money everywhere else. But this business is about making an impact.
Yeah.
You know, we've been very fortunate financially and spiritually and emotionally. But most important, we both have this obsession that we want to make an impact.
What do you think or hear when you hear him like this?
It's a bit much.
I'm just like, I don't know. It's almost like a TV show. It's like it's like a energy. Like yes.
Is he like this on a regular?
Yes, all the time. It's very high energy all the time, and it's great. It's what keeps everything moving and super positive and exciting. And I am so happy to like be able to support him and to bring all this to life. You know, it's exciting to me. I get off on different things. Like I'm very much like, oh yes, we did this or we did that on the other side of the business. So it's not, I don't connect to always the same things.
Like
what? You know, like, I don't know. I think it's like exciting. Like I'll come to him and I'll be like, do you know who this person is? And he's like, this is only the most legendary person. And I'm like,
she's
oh,
like, I don't care.
I just spoke with him and yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
You know, like
She didn't even know who she was talking to. I'm like, why didn't you include me in the call? This guy's so important. She's like, yeah, I only gave him like 5 minutes. I was like, damn.
so like one of our partners who now, but I'll tell you this, his Tom Windish.
I'm gonna have him on the pod.
Oh yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah. So a funny story with him is like we connected over email, like, and I was pitching him my client to be like him be the agent. I didn't know like shout out to Tom, but again, only been in the business for 6 years. So when I reached out to him, I had no idea who he was or like what he did or the capacity of what he's done. And obviously he's amazing, right? So I just sent an email. I was like, hey, like we should connect. Like, here's my number. And he's like, he sent me his number and I FaceTimed him.
Yeah.
And like didn't even like schedule. I just like FaceTimed him. He picked up and we like spoke. And I was like, yeah, this is about my client, this and that. And he's like, yeah, let's like, it wasn't like let's work in the moment. He's like, let's stay connected. And then he came to one of the shows and then we built a relationship. And obviously he also represents DJ Heavy Beats. So he is part of a very amazing story with him as well. But it was just like, I guess to me, it's like, my point is like, I never fantasized, if that's the word, about like the political side of things. Like
being in the business and like, of like amongst all of these individuals.
Yeah.
While I'm fangirling, being like, you spoke to Tom
so
Windish?
that's-
I was like, he's an absolute legend. Like he really believes in people. Like he has been doing this for a really long time. And I'm losing it. I'm like because I
haven't had an agent ever on here, and he's going to be the first one that comes on.
Incredible.
He speaks very well, yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I just met him at Coachella last week, and Chris Anakute, he introduced me.
Yeah.
Absolute visionary.
And we talked for a moment. Really cool, and yeah, I'm excited to have him on because he's very accomplished.
But I would say like that's why I like also not knowing.
Yeah.
Because I want to build something real with someone, and I think it's like amazing. Like everyone has their flowers, and I know there's so many big people, and I pray. I mean, you know, like I think highly of them, and I respect them because it's the years of like grinding and the hard work. But I also don't want to go into it being like, oh my God, like this is who you are, and this is what you can create for me. I want to create it together. Like I want to sit down and figure out like what it is that you do, or what it is that we can do together, and how can we build this to the next steps. And the thing about him that I really love is like he's in it for the long run. Like it's not like a quick win for him. Like he sees how long things can take, and he'll walk you through that. Like when I met with him, he told me this, and this, and I was like, okay, we're seeing this, and this.
Yeah.
Wow.
That vision's powerful. And again,
because he's been through it over and over. It's like nothing's really new at this point with his type of experience.
I just didn't know that it was just a.
You know, what's funny about what you just said there is like you don't want you not knowing that is almost like your superpower.
Yes.
I think one of the superpowers, quote unquote, that I might have in this business now, and I've learned this as time has gone. I mean, I kind of learned it probably early on in my career, is that I do know who all these people are. And I'm like, I do fangirl over the executive more than the artist. I've always kind of been like that, right? Just, you know, on the manager side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm always actually just more interested in the human and the story. I think that's why this podcast kind of works. It's just like, I'm just really interested in individuals and their stories. And then, you know, and without naming the name, but I yesterday I had coffee, walked around a neighborhood for an hour or two with superstar executive. And I had no agenda. And I was just like, I'm like, I just want to, my only agenda actually, if I truly can say, was like, I just want to learn about you. I just want to know who you are. And like, yeah, would love to hear the story and your story from your perspective. And that was it. And so then as I'm speaking to this person and I'm asking questions and I want to hear what they're all about, you know, I'm realizing like, and I do this all the time with people, is, okay, and I don't think like, what can I get? I always just think, how can I serve this person? Back to what you're saying. I'm like, well, how can I bring value to this individual? You know, and it's just kind of like always in the back of my head. It's like, where can I bring value? And if I can't bring value today, that's okay. At least we're cool with each other.
Yes.
You know, and then like call you up. And if I ever have any issues, maybe you can help me out through these issues. And if you ever need anything on my side, I got you. You know what I mean? But it's always that. It's just, how can you be of value? And it's this consistent thing that I talk about on this podcast. If anything, like it could be called the value playbook almost. You know what I mean? Like that's how this thing operates in many ways. Yeah.
And you said a great thing where you said like no agenda. I would say like that is a great way to articulate what I was explaining is like, I don't want to go into a relationship with someone because I have an agenda of what their history is or what they've created. Like with the artists that I work on, like me as a manager, like with Heavy Beats, it's like tunnel vision. Like what we've built has gotten us this far. So when I meet people, it's like, I want to be able to go into it with no agenda and like learn about you and like us.
Do we align?
Yeah.
Like, do I like you?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, mentally, are we on the same wavelength? You know, because you could be a superstar executive and you could be a piece of shit, or a superstar artist, be a piece of shit and be like, I know you're not like this and you're not like this. It'd be like, some other folks would be like, maybe we can make it work because there's tens of millions of dollars here, you know? Yeah. And that is tempting sometimes, I'm not to be honest with you, which is great. So listen, I'm not somebody that like, I have that fight every now and again with myself internally about the money. I used to back in the day. Like now I'm just so, look, listen, if I was all about the money, I would not be doing this podcast and putting in the business. But I know that there's a path to it, right?
Well, you have a very empowering thing that you're doing, especially after I've taken it's amazing. Especially it's almost like an outlet for, also I feel like managers can be the shadows, right?
Yes.
So there's also, if your client isn't giving you your flowers, where are you going to hear it from? So this podcast is a great way to give managers their flowers. Like I thought of it as like, wow, now my client's Heavy Beats is amazing. He makes me feel like a queen. Like he's always saying thank you. He makes me feel like a queen. I have amazing people around me, but there have been those clients in the past or people that I work with where I've seen that like in their own relationships. And it's hard because as managers, we give everything in ourselves. I don't ever stop working. It's not a 9 to 5. Like he said, we're always servicing our clients and it's really hard.
Half those artists don't even know that, not to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you're not.
And
it's
make
fine.
you feel like you're not doing enough.
You're not doing enough when it's like managers. Okay, again, forgive me if I'm incorrect to say this, but I imagine most managers make whatever, 20%, right? There's a reason why they make 20% and they're not making the 80% that the artist is making. Of course, there's other percentages given lawyers, business managers, and that. But I would say, we are a huge part of the business. We're not everything, right? But again, we are the shadows at times. So there's like that battle of like, I do everything for this person and I still sometimes don't feel like it's enough.
Yeah.
But I think things like this, like your podcasts are amazing because it is like a place where we can speak as managers and give advice to each other and be supportive and give each other our flowers because it's a beautiful thing to have. So like kudos to you. Like it really is an amazing thing you've built.
Thank you. But I mean, this podcast doesn't work if there aren't incredibly successful and vulnerable individuals as well at the same time who come on and have these conversations and tell it the way that it is. It's very powerful what you just said. It's like we do operate in the shadows. Half the time managers don't get their flowers. There's always the inside joke where we say like, when you're doing a good job when nobody says thank you. I mean, when nobody's yelling at you.
But we need it though. One of the fastest way to fuel a manager is to tell them they're doing a great job. It's because that's our commodity. I mean, how many times have we taken on a client, got them a deal? I just made all my money, the advance. That's it. I got the 20 grand or whatever it is. I'm not making any money off you. The next 2 years is a grind. So the best thing you can do is give that love to the manager. AB, his amazing ability is to constantly recognize you and say, you are doing amazing. I am so appreciative of you. Because I'm the type that's always going to tell the client how amazing they are because I know they need that.
Yeah.
But I don't just do it for them. I do it for me because I deal with demons, unfortunately, as a manager. I'm like hard on myself. I'm emotional. I get down.
We all do. I think managers, the reason why we could service artists so well, and somebody told me this the other day, it was just like, our self-worth is like, you fight with that a lot.
Yes. I cry over clients, dude. I get emotional. I cry over music. I mean, I grew up as a songwriter. So like music to me is like second nature. When I hear a song I love, I start to cry. When a client sends me a great song, I look photos of my father and try to remember him, to cry for him so that I can connect to this song more. It's what I did with one of my clients for years. Every time I'd go and watch this artist perform, perform. I'd make sure to look at photos of my father to remember him and let the music tell the story for me. One of the things I've been doing the last 5 months has been the most empowering thing that I could possibly do, is pour every ounce of myself into others. So like she said, I go and meet with others. Right before I walked into this podcast, I was meeting with one of my friends, and I spent the whole time just telling him how great he is and telling him he's amazing. No, bro, you're killing it. Do not do this to yourself. Trust me, as a person who does this for a living, you are doing amazing and you are a wonderful person. And I fucking love you, dude. And don't be hard on yourself, because you're an absolute beast. But stop settling, go for the best, and we need to focus on hits, not focus on surviving. And then I've been doing that for 5 months straight. I'm literally paying for every meal, investing in people, and I have nothing I want from them other than I want to leave them with where my brain is at, where my heart is at. And you know very well, when the time comes and you need each other, you're the first person they pick up. You and I spoke 6-7 months ago, but when the time came, you remembered and you hit me up, because I remained on course with where I was at mentally, with what I was trying to do with you, showing up at the right places, posting things that was showing that I'm in a good mental state. And I just think that pouring yourself into others is the best way to help yourself as a manager. It's to take care of, the way to take care of you is to take care of others.
Absolutely.
And if you just think it's about you all day long and about your mental health and like all that stuff, well, sometimes you need to pour that into others to remind you like where you're at. So I do that all the time. I'm like, I'm feeling down. I'm gonna go meet up with my boy right now and tell him how great he is and pour myself, and not go to be, I'm a victim, oh, woe is me. No, fuck that. You're not a victim. I'm not a victim. You're amazing. Let's do this. Look what we've done already.
Funny how that works.
And we've made it, right? You've made it. I've made it. She's made it. I tell my brother all the time, I'm like, bro, why do you work so hard? You've made it. But he's like, I just can't help it. I see songs and I don't know how to stop. I'm the type, and I learned this from Jerry Edward. Shout out to Jerry, one of the greatest managers of all time. My close friend, has always been there for me. When I'm down, he just knows. He takes me, he lifts me up. And he was like, dude, you've made it, bro. Go for a walk at the beach right now. Go relax. And he taught me to do that. So she knows I'm extremely balanced. I wanted to circle back to that balance conversation. I'm the type that I have no problem not working today. I have no problem after this going to chill. It doesn't affect me at all. Because why? I want to take the time to discover the next artist that's going to change people's lives. But if I'm only thinking about how to make money every day, there's no way I'm transcending, and there's no way we're building a retirement for our children. It's impossible. So my brain all day long thinks about my kids, and then I'll go, I'm going to go for a walk with my dog. I'm going to go call people I love. I'm going to go smoke a joint, whatever I have to do. And then when the time comes, my brain is just on 10,000. There's no chance of me losing this meeting, or me not closing this deal, or me not getting that artist across the finish line, because I waited months to have this meeting with you. And that's how I do it. I waited months to have a meeting with Mike Karen on one of our clients. Yet years in my head, I knew that we were eventually going to meet specifically about this client, specifically about this one thing. And I did nothing else with him until like for 5 years straight, nothing else, until we got to the point where we might work with this client now. And I think that's really important. Like, it takes time. I mean, I saw Dan Nigro do something the other day, and he was talking about, oh, you work with an artist, you do something great once, now do it 30 more times, and then you might get to a driver's license. And I think that,
right, I saw that too.
And I think that was so powerful and empowering. I get goosebumps to this day thinking about people who want to make things better and are not willing to give up and are willing to be like, yo, let's not stop, man. We could do this. And that's one of the incredible things about Elise. She doesn't have to, you don't have to fight to do that. You are that. You know what I mean? Like, I have to fight every day demons. She hears me in the shower every morning. I'm like, thank you, God, for Elise. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you, God, for that. And I'm like, I'm a beast. I'm going to crush today. I'm a winner. Like Bruce Lee, you tell yourself the right things every day. She don't want to do none of that. She's already there.
You're already there.
She's already fucking there. She's like, I'm there. Thank God you're doing that, babe. Good for you. But I'm there. And I'm proud of that side of myself. I'm proud that I'm emotional, vulnerable. I'm proud that I have to do incantations. I mean, if you hear what I yell at myself every day, you would be like, you are insane.
What do you yell, man?
Something I learned from Tony Robbins, I mean, greatest motivational speaker of all time.
Yeah.
You can cut this out if you want to.
No.
But I say this every single day. I command my subconscious mind to tap into my unlimited strength that sits at the pit of my stomach. And as it rises up, it's going to unleash unlimited financial, physical, and emotional strength. Thank you, God, for that. And I smash on the table, and I say it like 4 or 5 more times. Then I start listing what I'm positive. Then watch me walk into a meeting and absolutely crush this meeting right now.
Fire.
I do that every single day. Not because I'm no, because I have demons. Because I am like seeing a post or seeing a video and I'm like, fuck, man. Oh, dude, no. And I'm like starting to get emotional and hating myself. And I'm like, no, I am not a victim. Get out of this right now.
Yeah.
And I put that exercise every single day. I even count down the days every day, like days. Today is day 317 of upgrading our lives for the better. Tomorrow will be 316. And I will not stop until it's day 1. And because I need that. I need to be that person because I want to affect people I see. Because I could teach them about the business. I know everything about the business. I know about the publishing. I know about the labels. Like you, I'm a fucking obsessed with the industry. I'm obsessed with every producer, Dr. Luke, Max Martin, Betty Blanco, every single credit on every pop song. I know the producer, I know the manager, I know the executive, I know the lawyer, but at the end of the day, none of that matters if I don't walk in with the right intention.
Yeah.
So the education is there, but the intention was not. So that's the place I'm at now. That's the place I'm most proud of. But she's already there. And the education comes organically. She just asks me and I tell her. And then she learns it and she's done. To me, it's like stuck on me. I'm emotional about it. I'm thinking about it. She's like, babe, I've already moved past that. What are you talking about right now? Let's go. We got to win. So, credit to her having that. And it's a beautiful blessing to have that balance together.